everyone. Thank you for joining us. Come on in and get close. If this is your first time joining us, you are so very welcome. You are most welcome. I am Dr. Ayanna Miller, and I am joined by my colleague, Dr. Wail Salam. We are international doctors of physical therapy, and this is the Neuro-Wellness Collaborative, where each month we chit-chat about practical strategies that help people to preserve functional mobility, independence, resilience, and quality of life. We're so very happy that you've decided to join us, whether it's live or in the recording. Welcome. Well, last month, as World Cup began, we talked about how people can remain functional during high demand activities. Dr. Wail, have you been watching World Cup on television?
Me, no.
No?
However, Egypt now will be in 16 level in the World Cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we win Australia yesterday, and we will Argentina today, inshallah.
Oh, good. Wonderful. I thought Brazil, I don't know. I've been watching little bits and pieces of it here and there, but
Yeah.
in America, we don't really, soccer is not a big, we call it soccer in America. And
Yeah.
so, around the world, it's much more popular than it is here in the US. So I've never really understood the game, but it's very exciting. I've seen little bits of it here and there, and I really like it. So, well, that's good. So today, my friends, we're discussing something just as important as remaining functional during high demand activities. Today, we're talking about recovery after high demand activities. Performance always gets all of the attention, but the fact is recovery really determines the outcome. So this reality translates not only to athletes playing on the field, it translates to caregivers or parents who are supporting their loved ones or children. It translates to healthcare workers who are finishing up long shifts, long work hours. It translates to people traveling all across different continents, going in and out of airports and in and out of transportation services, in and out of different climates. Okay. It translates to that everyday person who's really just trying to make it through the day and keep up with life demands. I know that for myself in particular, this is a real issue. You're dealing with work, you're dealing with family, you're dealing with trying to keep your own health intact. I know, Dr. Wail, for you have a lot on your plate. You've got family, you've got work, you're learning a new language. It's a lot. What do you think? How about you, Dr. Wail? You feel like you have to ever try and recover? What do you think? What do you feel?
Yeah. Nowadays, it's easy to transfer from country to country and from a distance to distance, from the west to the east, and now
Yeah.
it's easy. But this area, we have a lot of problems during translation or transportation, especially
Yeah.
transportation time and transportation methods like the aeroplane or whatever the car, or also the environment around us, the food, the
Yes.
atmosphere around us, the temperature, everything, the environment changed from place to place.
Oh,
And
yes.
our body is smart, a smart machine. This is so
Yeah.
smart. We have so smart body. He will be adapt. Our body will be adapt to the new environment. But we
Right.
have to offer a good environment and good time for environment. And first of all, we have to realize that we have a problem, and we have to help our body to allow our body to adapt and recover early as soon as possible. So
Absolutely.
I yeah. So I think offering a good if, first of all, I have to realize that I have a problem and my
Yes.
body has a problem and my body needs a chance to recover. Give your body good chance to recover. And especially here in Egypt, I'm treating children, especially children, with with cerebral palsy on the other physical handicap, and they are
Right.
coming to me from far distance in Egypt and also
Oh,
from country other country beside Egypt, and they will travel. When they travel, a lot of travel. The travel it could be like at least at least 6 hours, 2 hours to wait the airplane, 2 hours in the airplane, and then
wow.
when you get the passport control and you till you go to the from room to room, from bed to bed, will be at least 6 hours. In these 6 hours, so difficult. The pressure difference when we are on airplane, everything is difficult. And now we are changed to new environment, new
Mm.
food, you got and your intestine is not adapted to it. No new area is the sun, the insects, everything is different. So we
Wow.
have to give our body to adapt early to enjoy our new journey.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that people were traveling and it took about 6 hours for them to get where they need to go for treatment. I tell you, Dr. Wail, that is really an invest, but it just goes to show you that human resilience is really a big thing. You know, people, they will do what they have to do, even if it means undergoing, again, high demands to get to a goal. And this is whether you're traveling, it's whether you're taking, because even you, when you have to travel to see clients, when clients are traveling you, it's high demand on both ends. When athletes are traveling to get to high stakes games, when caregivers are putting in long hours, you know, the demand is very, very high. It doesn't really matter what the environment is. Like you said, you have to incorporate the recovery so that your body can adapt. You know, the bottom line is that eventually, with all of this demand, you know, your body is going to respond. You know, it responds to the changes in environment, the change in food, like you mentioned, the change in time zones. When you're traveling 6 hours, you're going into another time zone. So when all of these demands are being placed on your cells, your tissues, your organs, your systems, eventually the body is going to send you a bill and say, hey, I need some payment for all of this demand that you're putting on me. And recovery is the payment that we pay the body when it gives us the bill.
Yeah.
So, you know, Dr. Wyatt, tell me, what do you think? What is your opinion when people hear the word recovery? What do you think that they think of? What is your opinion of that? What do you think people really understand what recovery is all about? What do you think it means to people? What do you think that they, you know, think of when they hear the word recovery?
Yeah. Recovery is meaning that my body adapted to the new environment. Even the distance is near, not far. My
Yeah.
body needs to adapt and see. My body adapt by itself. He is not in need for me. What my rule toward my body to give my body good environment, um, maybe mental or physical
Yeah.
good environment to allow my body to recover. First of all, see, when I'm always wake up with the sun and sleep with the sun. Okay, so when
Yes.
I go in here from here to America or to Canada or to other country, see,
Yeah.
this is the difference. What I do, it's easy. Just I follow. Also, I give my body the chance to adapt
Yes.
to the new environment because the time is different. So
Oh,
give
yeah.
your body first of all realize that you have a problem and your
Yeah.
body need to adapt. And if you have a child and especially child with special needs, that means
Mhm.
that their body is weaker to adapt and it needs more time to adapt to the new environment. Give your body, you have to realize that. Give him a chance. How can I give him a chance? Take care
Yes.
from the new environment. Take care from the sun. Take care from the temperature. Take care
Mhm.
from the air. Take care from the food. Take care from the insects. Okay? In New York, I have bugs. It kills me. And also in Egypt here, we have mosquito. Will kill you. Okay? So you have to adapt. I'm adapted to insects in Egypt, but not I am not in, I am not adapted to New York bugs and insects also. And
Either.
yeah, it makes me like we have like allergy from it. So
Yes.
we have to be, first of all, realize that you change to a new environment. Don't give
Hmm.
your body a lot. Don't eat a lot of food. Take care from the new food you have. Take care from the dust. Take care from the air. Your body not adapted to it. Step by step, give your body chance to adapt. And when you
Yes.
success to recover early, you will enjoy your travel, and you will
Absolutely.
enjoy, early recover, mental and physical, sleep well, uh, drink a lot of water. All of these things give your body chance to adapt early, and that's especially for my kids here with cerebral palsy or physical handicap. When they change their place for a moment, the environment, the children around them, and in my center we have a lot of children and they play all the time. When they go into home, no one will play with them. So the
Right.
environment changes. And
Right.
now, when we are with me, they want to play, and when we are in house, they want to eat, to
Yes.
enjoy. Yeah, with me here, happiness by gathering, and there, happiness by eating.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have to understand that, we have to how to adapt with the environment, and
Yes.
also about the physical demands that is different from an area to another area. That's
Hmm.
it.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
what you're saying is so very powerful, being able to adapt and overcome. And again, I don't think people really conceptualize of this. I don't think people really truly understand that recovery is not passive. Is, well, it could be passive, but it's not a matter of doing nothing. What you're saying to us, Dr. Wail, is that recovery actually involves restoring the body on a cellular level so that your tissues rebuild, they respond, your organs rebuild and respond, your systems rebuild and respond, so that you can be ready for the next workload, so that you can be ready for the next stress that's going to be put on the body. And so, like you said, if you're not recovering, then the process of repair and preparation that's required for adaptation to the next workload or to the change, the process, you won't be ready to perform and your performance will decline. So if you're always moving, if you're always in a situation of you're changing, if you're always in a scenario where there's constant stress, the performance will decline because constant stress, constant change is not sustainable. You have to have a moment where the body is allowed to rebuild on a cellular level so that it can adapt. And those moments, like you said, Dr. Well, during rest with the sun, during waking with the sun, hydrating on a cellular level so that the tissues don't break, so that the organs don't break. The organs have to have what they need to adapt. The organs have to have, or the systems have to have what they need in order to perform. And when I think about recovery, thank you for that point. That was really, really strong and very, very powerful, Dr. Wail, because again, I don't think people really realize just how impactful it is to be able to get recovery so that you can then perform in the next stage where recovery is required. And even you mentioned something very important, and I had thought about this too. As a traveler, when you're moving across the world, going from time zone to time zone, your body is facing all kinds of changes. And in order for you to enjoy, you have to have a moment of recovery so that your body can adapt, so that your cells can accommodate for the differences, whether it be different mosquitoes that you might get bit by, whether it be the bugs in a new environment, whether it be the food in a new environment. If your body is not given a chance to gradually recover and adapt, you won't enjoy, you won't perform. And so again, when I think about recovery, especially with the things that you've talked about, it's not just about athletes. It's not just about high stakes athletes. It's about even though, we do enjoy watching them, especially now with World Cup, it's very exciting. But what about those grandparents who are taking care of a new generation of children? What about the workers, healthcare workers, mill workers, or construction workers who are pushing through long hours and demanding workloads? What about parents and caregivers, like you said, Wael, of children and even adults? I have adults who are neurologically impaired. You have children who are neurologically impaired. What about the caregivers and parents who are constantly under demand because this very, very delicate population of our family members, loved ones, and friends who are neurologically impaired, the people that we take care of, they have a lot of physical needs. They have a lot of emotional needs. And so when it comes to their caregivers, the demands are high. The demands are constant. The demands are around the clock. So I think about, it's not just the athlete. It's not just the worker. It's not just the caregiver. It's everybody that is facing high demands. So again, Dr. Wael, you made some very, very important points about when it comes to recovery, you've got to do little things that help you to be able to sustain or your performance will fail. Was there anything else that you were going to add to that, Dr. Wael?
Yeah, I won't say to that travel is a short time, and most of the time I stay at my home. I am adapted to my home environment and everything. And when I am traveling, I'm traveling for short time, maybe 1 week or maybe months, whatever. So I have to get my.
Uh-oh, looks like we've frozen, Dr. Wael.
When my patient come to me to Egypt here, I
Yes.
have to receive them, and first of all, I have to recover them easily as much as possible to the new environment to gain the result. When the kid come to me, and the mother come to me, and father come to me, the family come to me from another country, from another area, with different atmosphere, with different culture, everything is different. And now we become when to adapt easily as much as, see, for a language, okay?
Yes.
Even here, we are the best area in the world. I say that, sorry, Ayanna. Do you know why? We have a very, very big distance, talking same language, have the
Yes.
same religions, they love each other. From Morocco to Bahrain, from Syria to Yemen, very, very big area. We talk
Yes.
the same language, and even our accent is different. So the child and family, they are not familiar with the same accent. So all of this area, all of these problems, you should be recovered and adapted early to gain the result from a new environment. You don't have a time. You come for a month, for a week, if you want to enjoy and visit, if you have a treatment for a month or 2 or 3. So you have to recover early as much as possible to gain you good results.
I got you. Yeah. And again, this is really, really important point. It's not just about, being asleep. It's about taking care of yourself in every aspect so that you can enjoy the new environment. So recovery not only relates, again, as I mentioned, to the very exciting world of athletes who are playing, as we see right now in World Cup, but likewise, again, the family members who are traveling all over under heavy demands, who not only need to enjoy the trip that they paid for, but to be able to adapt to the environment that they're going to endure rehab and instructions and education. It's a whole other world. So the brain has got to have time to recover in order to adapt and receive information. The body has got to have time to recover and endure rehabilitation in order to adapt to new functional gains. People essentially need their bodies to work. And it doesn't matter what the mechanism of stress is. It doesn't matter what the walk of life is. The common denominator is function. And, it's only when there's recovery that organs can function or work properly in order to handle demands. It's only then that cells can build tissues and ultimately performance can occur. And so I also want to reflect back, Dr. Wail, on a conversation we had last month. We previously talked about the fact that not all stress is bad. We talked about one of your clients who was enduring rehab stress, and we saw in real time via the video how stressful demands, rehabilitative stressful demands, can be placed on a person, but after a period of recovery, the person is able to adapt. And you were demonstrating this with the young lady who was learning how to walk. I want to show that video again quickly, and then maybe you can give us tell the viewers some comment about the stress and how the girl adapted after a period of recovery. I thought that was very interesting. Let's show her video again. Let me see if I can pull it up here. Where are we? Okay, this is what she initially.
أعطني مرميه يعاونهم الله أعلم وشو لا من ثمان 120 مليون يوصل ما يقدر يعطيهم بدها اللي مرون الليل يا ما دامهمش أعطيني مرميه بعد أنت بس ما يوافق ما تمشيش يلا حبيبي جاهز استنى ما تمشيش يلا 1 2 واقف بص قدامي 1 هنا باجي بسمع كلام هنا باجي بس بتاع شو كلام العب بتاعي ركز في الشغل بتاعي انا جامد يلا واجيني حب يلا انا باجي 1 اقف انا معاك انا جنبك اهو 1 اقفي برافو عليك يلا انت مش هتقعي انت ركز في الحاجه بتاعتك يلا تيجي على الارض يلا لوك يلا اقف واحد جنبك برافو عليك بص انت بقى انا عايزك تعد ان هي تعمل خطوه وسائل تفرق الانسان خطوه تعمل كام واحده ولا 7 لا دلوقتي الكوفه هو 7 كله 1 2 دلوقتي كده معانا عدد معاه 3 اقف يا مريم يلا مريم اقف عشان اسيب طبعا لا بص انا بص الطوب بعد ما اسيبها تقف يلا مريم اقف يلا 1 2 اقف يا مريم ادي 1 يلا مريم شطور ايه بص ركز يا مريم العمليه اقف الاول بس اقف الاول يا مريم اقف الاول ما تتحركوش جاهزه 1 2 1 برافو عليك عمليه حلوه اقف تاني عشان نكمل بص قدام 1 اقف يا مريم باطل يلا يا مريم 1 اقف يا مريم انا معاك اهو يلا كمان اقف يا مريم بطل اقف يا مريم اقف يا بنت بص قدامي انا عايز
Very, very profound. And, I'm going to show next what happened after a period of recovery. And it was hard in some ways to watch because you feel kind of like, oh my gosh, she's under so much stress. It's hard for her, help her. But let's look and see the magic that occurs between the stress and ultimately adaptation. Let's see what happens in what the in-between period will produce. Let's take a look at the after effect. I think this is just so very exciting. Take a look.
قدامي مريوم شاطر قوي ممتازه يا حبيبي ممتازه يا مريم ظهري قدامي يا لولو الله عليك.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah. I want to shortly explain this case, Ayana. Dr.
Yes.
Ayana, this case is this kinetic case. And normally we have a stable tone. When I flex the arm contract in a stable tone. But this child has this kinesia, and this kinesia simply we have fluctuating tone.
Yes.
Contract, relax, contract. This is on all of her body muscles. That
Yes.
makes her a great challenge for her. Now her
Wow.
body is moving all the same time in this coordinated movement. And
Mm.
now she can't make all of our body, all of our movement is like an orchestra. We have to move at the same time to perform a function like I'm setting now. But when he said all her body parts moving at the same time in this
Right.
organized and this uncoordinated way.
Yes.
What and the main problem with her, she now how she can fall. She have no hands. When she falls, she realized that she will fall in her head. She
Yeah.
can't protect herself, and this
Yes.
is the big stress for her. When
Yes.
I am with her, I am making like I'm steering, like I'm driving her. I said to
Yeah.
her, "Go step, don't move," and she cried, "I'm beside you. You don't fall. Concentrate." And like that for these kids, for such of these kids, and now how she can understand me. She is from Algeria, by the way, and
Oh,
Algeria is about 4,000, 4,000 kilometers from Egypt, and we are talking the same language, but not the same accent.
yes.
So, but she understand me. How can I do that? This should come to me like 4 months, 3 months for treatment, and now I don't want to um, miss even a day. So I
Yeah.
want early recover, how to communicate with her, how to communicate the new environment, because I want to go on. I have a
Yes.
short time. This is
Yes.
so. If we are skillful in recovery, everything will be easy.
It's truly amazing. And uh, same thing with some of the adults that I work with that have neurological impairments as well. The idea is not to avoid the stress. The idea is to engage in a healthy amount of stress, give the body healthy demands to allow for recovery, and you see these amazing results like what we've noticed. Like you say, it's very stressful for her to have dyskinetic or dyskinesia and all of these discoordinated body movements. The entire body is like out of control, and it's very stressful for her to know that I don't have hands in case I fall. And so she really, it's stressful to think I have to make this work because if not, I could fall and hurt myself. And so and certainly continuing with this demanding rehab treatment is not sustainable. She has to have breaks. But like you said, Dr. Wail, you don't want to waste any time. The time is short. So you've got to get in there, push, push, push. And then once you have a period of recovery, I mean, you saw the magic. You were there in real time, Dr. Wail, and I experienced the same. This is what's so beautiful about our profession. I always say it's like molding clay. It's like molding clay. The body, as you talked about, it's so resilient. It's beautiful. It's a powerful machine. You called it a machine, and I say it's like clay. When you put it under stress, when you put it under certain demands, but then you give it a time to recover. You talked about the hydration, the waking and sleeping with the sun. You give it what it needs to recover, then you see this magical adaptation. And to our viewers, we would really like to know what's happening with our viewers. Are you handling your stress well? To our viewers, are you experiencing extra irritability? Are you feeling like you're more tired than usual? What's happening? Let us know in the comments whether you are recovering well or not. Are you sleeping poorly? Are you feeling less motivated? Are you feeling more stiff? A lot of times people have the idea that, well, I'm just getting older, I'm aging. But the truth is, it could simply be the fact that you're just not recovering adequately. So then you're not able to perform when you have additional demands. So to our viewers, whether it be live or via the recording, let us know in the comments how you are doing managing your recovery. And before we go, because our time is about out, here's our lightning round, Dr. Wail. I know you mentioned it before, but let's just remind our viewers of some very practical things that they can do right now in order to start recovering better. You talked about hydration, you talked about sleep. What else comes to mind that our viewers can think about that you want to remind them of, Dr. Wail, in terms of recovering well? Any thoughts?
Yeah, in a simple word, this respond to your body. When you come, first of all, you have to know that you have a special demand in your body to change. It will be changed to another environment. Give your body chance. Don't eat more. Don't eat anything from other countries. Take your food from your country. Bit by bit, change your food. Bit
Yeah,
by bit, change your climate. Bit by bit, change everything and give your body enough environment, and the best environment for your body to recover, that rest is that when I am resting my body start to recover. Don't make your body recover under stress. Rest good, especially in the early days, to recover early as much as possible. Don't eat a lot from other food. This is other your gut it is not a bad food, but my gut it's not adapted to that food. Take care from the environment. Here we in our area we have a lot of dust, a lot of sun. Something is different, so take care from these.
I love that. Very, very profound. And I also want to add to that. I want to encourage viewers to breathe. Breathe. Oxygenate your cells. Give your cells the oxygen that it needs. Get out into the sunlight. Make social connections. That will help the mental rest. That will allow you to go on and to perform and to increase your motivation. These are not fancy, glamorous tips, but they work. If you implement them, if you remember them, they work. Our challenge to everyone today is very simple. We just want you to think about how you're guarding your body. Think about, whether you're training. Think about whether you are simply trying to get through the day. Think about whether you are caregiving and what it is that you're doing that is stressing you or causing extra demands on your body. And ask yourself, what am I doing to recover? Okay, because recovery is truly not about what happens after life. It's about doing what needs to be done to allow us to continue living. And we saw the example of the young lady. She engaged in healthy stress. That's a message to us. But after the session was over, she recovered, and when she came back, she was even more skilled and more able to adapt, and you saw her walking so much better on her own. Thank you, everyone, for joining
I
us.
want to say to you, Ayanna, one
Oh,
thing before you finish. Yeah, I want to say that no environment is different environment, and different environment and different culture is a treasure. I don't want to my culture. I want to know the other culture. When I go to the other culture, it's difficult for me, but it's a treasure, and I have to have an effort to have this new treasure for me. Okay, I know that it's difficult. I don't want to go to the another. I travel for 17 countries, 17 cultures, different cultures. When I enjoy them, they are different for me. I enjoy the different culture. You don't go to the same culture, the same environment. Enjoy the new one. Just make your brain and your mental ability released. If you are stiff and you would insist on the same culture, that's difficult.
absolutely. Absolutely. And there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. Dr. Wail, it is always a pleasure chatting with you about ways
Thank
that we
you.
help people around the world to maintain their quality of life, maintain their functional mobility, become more and more resilient We are your movement authorities. We are your functional health authorities, ladies and gentlemen. We are trained to help you keep your human body working the way it's supposed to work. We're trained to help you prevent becoming disabled. We don't just treat the injuries. We don't just treat symptoms, but we look for the root causes, and we try to educate you to help you to prevent becoming disabled. We're here every first Saturday of the month from 12 to 12:30 Eastern Standard Time or New York time. We invite you to join us again. Like and subscribe to our channel, and do not forget, share the value with your friends, your family, and oh yes, even your enemies. Until next time, we are the Neuro-Wellness Collaborative. Stay well, stay resilient, and stay functional. Bye, everyone.
Bye.